Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
What's that idiot? It was just a guy that was on live. Go unsubscribe to him. I know he just had on a hat.
Blue boxing, blue.
B&B something.
Blue blood boxing or something.
Unsubscribe to him. He don't know shit. Nigga stupid, don't know shit. Tell him fuck him. Tell him if I see him, I'll smack him in the mouth. Whatever he want. I said. Whatever. I said, nigga sucks. Unsubscribe to him. He's trash. But anyways, what's
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Terence, Crawford, and Errol Spence respond to Keith Thurman's basically calling out Bud Crawford. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can check it out. Errol Spence basically said that gaslight is on, that bread getting low, he getting desperate. And, the most important quote was Terence Crawford saying that, Keith priced himself out. Whenever he ready to get a real fight and be reasonable with his money or a dollar amount, he'd be ready here to smash. And people that think he ducking, Keith Thurman, fall off a cliff. So let's get into it. Check out our boxing news playlist, our welterweight playlist as well too. More videos like this. And people just sheep. At the end of the day, there's no more boxing fans. Either you are a boxing fan, hardcore, or you a casual, or you're a fanboy, or you're a casual fan. There's no more in between. That's like that in music and basketball. Like in basketball, it's really no more, a lot of fans of teams. There's fans of players now. There's fanboys in music, There's no more objectivity where you could be like, well, that Drake album wasn't that good. Well, people just say anything a particular artist they like, drop, even if it's trash, they say it's outstanding, it's great, this, that, and the third. And boxing has really fell victim to that right now. Keith Thurman wasn't trying to fight nobody, period. That's a fact. He was off for 22 months, and then his next fight date could be December 26th. I think they saying that's like National Boxing Day, or it could be in January. So his next fight is going to either be 17 or 18 months out since he fought Manny Pacquiao, right? When Crawford fought the coin machine, what they call him, Ingus Kavalaskis, where was Keith Thurman at then? As soon as he beat Kavalaskis, why wasn't Keith Thurman trying to negotiate a fight? This is the same Keith Thurman who won't fight Errol Spence. This is the same Keith Thurman that just turned down a Sean Porter rematch. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we can go on and on again. Keith Thurman could have fought Ugas for the regular title. He had the regular title for the longest. So all of a sudden, y'all threw Keith Thurman dick in the dirt for 22 months. And now for the last 18 months, y'all went against the grain on works Pacquiao. Now everything he says is true. Come on. If he was willing to fight so bad, why he just didn't fight Errol Spence right now? They allowed him to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence mandatory wasn't forced upon him. Errol chose to fight Danny Garcia. So if Keith Thurman wanted to fight Errol, that fight could have been made, but it wasn't made. But what Crawford saying, Crawford was calling out Keith Thurman before he was calling out Errol Spence. He was like, well, I'll fight Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman #1 because he got 2 belts. Even Bob Arum told him, like, nah, man, Errol Spence is better. That's the fight we want to make. And when he was calling out Keith, when Keith had 2 belts, everybody was telling Crawford that he should be calling out Errol Spence. Now he calling out Errol Spence. Here come Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. People say, well, it's just, Errol Spence is, Terence Crawford is doing the same thing. Errol Spence, he don't want to fight this guy, that. No, he not. At the end of the day, why Keith Thurman can ask for $10 million? What has he done to deserve $10 million guaranteed? Nothing. PBC fighters got a, knack for asking other promoters to deliver money that Al won't give to them. So Bob should pay him $10 million. Why Al don't pay him $10 million to fight Errol Spence? That's the $1 million question. Why don't Al give him $10 million to fight Errol Spence? Why don't Al make an offer for Crawford to come over there? Pretty sure if the money right, Bob would do it. Bob let Kovalev go fight Canelo. They said he took $1 million or $2 million off the top. And there's some talks about the Lippian team came and said that they was in talks to fight Crawford, but Bob Arum wanted options on him. I believe that. Isaac Dogboe Bay taking on Jesse Macadone, Nervades taking on Isaac Dogboe, all had options on them. They're not top-ranked fighters. They had to get options. Rob Brandt taking on Ryota Murata. He had options and then eventually signed a deal with Top Rank. That's just how Top Rank get down. But they can't do that with the Errol Spences of the world. They can do Olympians. Can't do that with Keith Thurmans of the world. That's Bob. Bob always wanted an insurance policy, and I never said Bob was perfect. You know what I'm saying? I just see Al Heyman is where Bob was 10 years ago. All right, but as far as, Crawford saying, it is what it is. I know Crawford ain't ducking Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, the track record, we're ducking everybody and not wanting to fight. In actuality, Keith Thurman should just retire. 22 months off. Josito Lopez Pacquiao could be 17 or 18 months off. Could be longer than that. We talking about a guy who started off at 54 as an amateur, 52. Came as a pro, 54. Got dropped by Brandon Hoskins, who Errol Spence beat with ease, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Came down to 147 pounds for a minute. Went back to 150, fought Carlos Katana. Came back down to 147. You know what I'm saying? You talking about somebody turned pro in what, 2006, 7, or 8? And to be ideal, let's talk about what Mikey Garcia did. He turned pro right around the same time Thurman did. 26, 30, layoff, 35, 40, 47. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia is moved up 5 weight divisions. Let's talk about Crawford. 35, 40, 47. He's moved up 3 weight divisions. You know what I'm saying? And now we're talking about a guy in Keith Thurman who's moved down 1 weight division. In reality, I'm always going to continue to say this. Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, hey, this like the Umbrella Academy. This ain't their timeline. They don't need to be at 47. Them jokers should be finishing off at 54, either being prepared to, retire at 54 or being prepared to move up to 160 pounds. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter has fought as high as a light heavyweight, I believe, as a pro. Moved down. Campaigned at 54. Moved down at catch weights and came to 47. So, at the end of the day, in reality, this Bud thing shouldn't even be a topic. All these dudes, except for Danny Garcia, that the ones that matter, Manny Pacquiao, have all moved down in weight. Errol Spence has fought as high as middleweight, junior middleweight, at 47. Been at this weight class the majority of his career. 7, going on 7 or 6 years? The real question is, before we kind of get into the meat and potatoes of Terence and Keith and Errol, well, them two, the real question is, why are they still at 147 pounds? Nobody is asking that question. They ain't no fucking Marvin Haglers. Hagler was at 60 his whole career. These dudes debuted at 54 and higher. 30 years old and still ain't moved up in a weight class. So, at the end of the day, Bud is where he's supposed to be in his career. Errol not, Keith not, and Sean not. Are they scared to move up in weight? Because Danny did. And look at Danny's career. It's been pedestrian ever since he moved up in weight. Do they fear that if I move up in weight, I end up like Danny Garcia and be an ordinary fighter? Adrian Broner did it. 30, 35, 47, 40, 47, back to 40. 47, back to 40. He's done it. Well, y'all get mad at Bud, but Bud is right where he's supposed to be in this timeline. Right? Errol and Keith and them and Sean, they ain't supposed to be here. Danny's fine. Pacquiao's fine. He's moved up, several weight classes throughout his career. So why ain't nobody exposing why these dudes trying to drain the welterweight division? They could have been danced years ago. Sugar Ray Leonard, 4 years into his career, he fought Rafael Benitez and Tommy Hearns and Randy turned pro, 76, 77? So in around 4 or 5 years of his career, he had done the majority of that already. So Errol Spence, 4 years, 2016, let's be nice, 17. Him and Keith and Sean and Danny all should have fought by now. But the only reason that they actually started moving and they started putting them in the ring is because when Bud came to 47. Yeah, Keith fought Danny and Keith fought Sean and Sean and Keith should have fought again. Danny and Sean should have fought about 1 or 2 times. You can make an argument that Keith should have had a trilogy with Sean. or at least a rematch with Sean, a rematch with Danny, and he should have had like a trilogy with Errol Spence by now. But nobody talking about that. They all, Crawford don't want to fight this guy, that guy, and this guy. It ain't Crawford. He on the wrong side of the street. We all can acknowledge that, right? But them dudes shouldn't even be on this street. They shouldn't even be in the welterweight division. That's the God honest truth. They shouldn't be in the welterweight division. They should be gone. They should have been fought each other several times by now and moved on to the next weight class. But nobody talk about that. Terence Crawford has moved up and unified. Nigga, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence just unified. Sean never unified. Danny never unified at welterweight. So, how can you blame Keith Thurman when they weren't fighting each other before? They've been ducking Errol for years now. Sean, I don't want my belt back. Danny, hiding out, semi-retiring. Keith Thurman, retiring. You know what I'm saying? We basically had to put a pistol to Sean's head virtually and dog him out, call him Booster Porter for him to fight fucking Errol Spence. Y'all forgot when Errol beat Kell Brook, and Sean Porter went over there prepared to call out Kell Brook, and Errol won. Oh, I don't want none. I'm good. I don't want my belt back. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at Terence because he on the wrong side of the street. Them motherfuckers weren't fighting each other regardless until it moved up. And Al Heyman want to be conservative, but at some point you can be too conservative and then you fucked up the game. He's a very conservative as far as boxing. He over-marinated. He spoiled the fights. Look at Benavidez and Plant. Benavidez said, I would like it to be unification, but I'll still fight Plant. Like, man, come on, bro. If you want to fight him for 2 belts, you're not going to fight him for 1. You can't even make the fucking weight. We know it. You know it. Your dad know it. You know what I'm saying? But, Crawford right. Keith Thurman be reasonable. You had since July to call me out. You waited to a pandemic to get brave and ask for an amount of money that you don't deserve. Well, I mean, come on. I can see Manny Pacquiao say, okay, give me 20 guaranteed. And he can regenerate that money. But Keith Thurman, come on, man. Get out of here. Coming off a loss. Coming off excuses. My elbow, my hand, my ass, my hamstring, my quad. You know what I'm saying? All you was talking about was rematching Manny Pacquiao. You was talking about fighting Conor McGregor. Crawford name never came out your mouth. Into a pandemic. So you got a fight day. Like, come on, man. These dudes will talk bad about somebody, right? Like Gary Russell. They won't give Gary Russell 2 minutes to shine, right? Right? They wouldn't talk about how Leo was ducking Gary Russell, nothing about Gary Russell. But as soon as Gary Russell said he cracked Terence Crawford jaw open, they become Gary Russell fanboys. Oh, Crawford ducking Gary Russell. First it was Kell Brook. Crawford ducking Kell Brook. Now the fight about to get done. Oh, Kell Brook a bad fight. But when Derek James said that's his best fight that he can be, best fight he'll be in, y'all was screaming at. Y'all was screaming duck. Like, come on. At the end of the day, dudes like Blue Blood Sports TV, he's garbage. He's trash. Unsubscribe from him. His mama don't like him. She should have swallowed him. He don't know shit about boxing. Fanon, the fake lawyer, Better Call Saul, he don't know nothing about boxing. Come on, Negro said that he thought Rolly won. And this is who you turn to your boxing talk? And then you got the other dude out there that sniffed coke. And y'all don't even know it. That's how I know a lot of you niggas ain't grew up in the hood. Anytime a nigga kept doing this and touching their nose, niggas 100 degrees probably where he just keep doing this. Get out of here. And Dante a fake conscious nigga. Oh, the WBC did this and this, that, and that. Fake conscious nigga. Don't even like black people. You know what I'm saying? He was telling, I ain't gonna put their business out, but he was telling somebody behind the scenes that, I'm gonna expose this nigga real quick, right? He said he don't mind when white people call us niggas. He said he take it as a term of endearment. And this is your conscious brother? This is your brother pilot? Brother Tariq Nasheed? This is your Dr. Umar Johnson? Come on, man. A lot of these niggas, man, like I said before, they hold no weight, bro. They hold no weight with boxing information, business of boxing. They can't even do their fucking job. All this is a sausage meeting contest. Earl give me an interview, I love him. Oh, Keith give me an interview, I love him right now. At the end of the day, they don't like Crawford because he don't interview. Neither did Marshawn Lynch. When somebody twisted Marshawn Lynch words around, that's why Marshawn Lynch no longer interviewed with the NFL media, or he never willingly did it. At the end of the day, when you get back to boxing, X's and O's, with Crawford going out there and lose, okay, he lose. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bob should give him $10 million. Why should Bob get Bob? Man, Bob wasn't even trying to get Teofimo Lopez an extra $500K or $300K. You think he about to pay a nigga like Keith Thurman? He don't even want to pay Crawford his money. You know what I'm saying? You think he about to pay Keith Thurman his money? You crazy. It's funny how Keith Thurman was a pussy for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. All of a sudden, he the black Superman. But hey, and Errol Spence was right. That money getting funny. That woman going to, what was she going to, Neiman's Marcus? She going to the mall spending his money. All she do is going to fuck him and use him for a visa. When he end his career, she going to divorce him, take half his money, and Ponytail Keith going to be looking like a fool. He going to be commentating fights. Yeah, I got to commentate a fight because my wife took half my money, but I'm here today to commentate Gary Anton Russell taking on Jerron Ennis, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description as well. You missed the Cash App username, that's in the description as well. Best way to donate is share the video, subscribe, bell icon button, thumbs up, comment. Don't forget you can check out my other channel right here on YouTube, Motor City Sports Talk, primary Detroit channel. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.